Cyberdimension Neptunia, Four Goddesses Online, is another compile heart game in some ways, but certainly not in others. To start with, it's got Neptunia's usual superficial meta-commentary on gaming. The dialogue scenes are insufferably long, and this time the characters directly introduce themselves to the camera like you're watching a preschool program. They also go over plot points in slow and excruciating detail, which is weird because this game's target demo is teens and adults. They also force you to watch the anime-style opening cinematic in-game even if you already watched it on the main menu, and there are a few unskippable pre-rendered cutscenes where the characters talk about how fun it'll be to actually play the game when you finally get to. Oh boy, I love the sense of adventure and immersion, and yeah, it sure would be nice to experience those things myself. It feels like they're trolling the player. But believe it or not, that's pretty much where my complaints stop. When you do get to adventuring, the music is surprisingly sweeping and grand, while still staying appropriately atmospheric for every location. The combat also genuinely has some teeth to it, introducing a perfect guard mechanic, a break meter on the enemies which enables you to stun them through skilled play, and in general everything just feels right. It's responsive, snappy, visceral, and appropriately mimics the feeling of classic fantasy RPGs. You can accept all the guild quests at once, turn them in all at once, find the occasional rare equipment, pray for buffs at a church, and your merry band of four heroes feels like roving, bloodthirsty loot-hoarding mercenaries, which is honestly fantastic. The systems are relatively simple, but Four Goddesses Online is so good at presenting a facsimile of fantasy goodness that I just forgave it. And it actually does some things significantly better than its peers, like enemy variety and visual design. I was genuinely excited to experience new areas, new foes, and experiment with timing perfect guards and dodges against them. Even the exploring was enjoyable to a degree. When I crested a hill or found a hidden alcove, I was happy to leap into a pile of monsters and just get smashing. While most of the combat is pretty mindless, you will occasionally get pasted if you aren't paying attention, so you have to balance your natural adventuring bloodlust with proper prioritizing. It's entirely possible that Four Goddesses Online will commit some grand atrocity I haven't seen yet, which ruins its design and charm, but I've played worse action RPGs, and certainly worse Neptunia titles.